Hey Sagittarius, how are you? Um, so we're looking at a bunch of things today, Sagittarius, because I want to, we should always have a day of rest, and I think Saturday is going to be my day of rest. But anyways, Sagittarius, all is well, and we are looking at hidden opportunities, Sag. Since I haven't done a hidden reading for a few days, I thought, let's get some positive motivation going on here, right? And Sagittarius is very good at manifesting. We luck into things. We have the most luck in the zodiac. And so, believe it or not, we are very good at manifesting. But of course, you always have to be in the right state of mind, Sagittarius. So, because you only manifest through gratitude and positivity. That's what I said. I said what I said, and I'm not going back on it. Because I know sometimes people will be like, we mostly learn lessons through darkness and where we need to shine light. So it's always light, Sag. There's my TED Talk. So I totally love these cards. These are, it's a career deck, which is really like a custom career deck, but I love them. So let's see what's happening, Sag. First of all, underneath the deck, and keep in mind that these things probably haven't happened yet. So I do feel the energy of obstacles with Sagittarius. If you're loving your job and, maybe you find some inspiration towards what your next step is. But I feel like there's a lot of Sagittarians who have been feeling obstacles in the department of money and career. And really path, because we Sagittarians have to do something we like, first off. And we have to find meaning in it. And so, yes, so limitations are here. So you may be feeling like there's obstacles, like you can't get anywhere. Specifically, if you are working in a job that you don't really like, and I don't think it's that you don't like the job, except for Sagittarius really likes freedom in all things. So, and plus the times are going to be changing with Pluto and Aquarius. You're going to see a lot more people in starting businesses and specifically online businesses. But I feel like this is definitely, you'll know this is for you. If it isn't even that you don't like the job. It's just, it could be a boss here. Clashes with a boss or a challenge to your power will compel you to respond. Choose a peaceful solution. It could be difficulty with people you work with, right? There's some difficulty in what you're doing currently, but even if you're not doing anything currently, this is like the obstacle with being challenged, right? It's like your knowledge being challenged or your ideas being challenged or people just not really opening up to new things. I always feel that because Sagittarius always has a solution, but a lot of times it's something different, but it's telling you, especially if you're clashing with other people at work, to not react. Okay, Sag? To not react. There's an offer here, but strangely enough, Sag, I don't feel like there may be a new offer for you in terms of career. I don't feel like you're taking it, to be honest. And I feel like what you need to keep in mind, even though you may want to, this could be like a power struggle, right? And you're being called to not engage because I feel like this authority that you're, or even just the job, there's something that you're learning from it that is going to help you going forward. And so, although it seems hard right now, You definitely, and I've seen this in the past too, where, there could be a new opportunity coming up, and you want to take it because you don't like where you are, but it's like a band-aid. It won't fix things long term. So I feel like, Sagittarius really needs freedom, and freedom is here, right? So I do feel like, even though you may feel like with what you're going through currently, there's a learning opportunity in it that's going to help you going forward. So try not to see it as such a challenge, and say to yourself, what am I learning here? And how will this help me going forward? Because freedom is here. This is talking about self-employment, Sag. I'm keep it real with you. Self-employment. So I feel like a lot of people will be looking to work for themselves, or there's going to be an opportunity for you to work for yourself, which it's also telling you, Sag, work for yourself. Start your own business. There's literally, you can start anything, and they're telling you that that would be successful for you, and maybe you need to take some time to get clear on what that looks like to you, like what kind of business you would like to start, and usually that comes from what we know, right? What we always have way more skills than we think we do. Your current situation is a means to an end. You're making the uncertain voyage to a new world. And then saving face, you may have to grin and bear it. And it's just like what was underneath the deck. Like, you have to put up with your current situation, but know that change is coming in. And, there's a sense too of you knowing you have to break free, but not knowing what it looks like. Okay, so that's why there might be time needed, right? Because I do feel like a lot of you are going to be starting your own business. I said what I said. I don't feel like you like the current situation. You feel like you're not learning anything. Gifts are reversed. Not only that, you feel as if you're, like your talents aren't, like you're not able to actually use the gifts that you have in your current situation, whatever it is. But you should know that, even take advantage of this time of uncertainty to learn, right? And sometimes we got to swallow it, Sag. Sometimes we can't say what we want to say. We can't do what we want to do. We got to just make nice until we can. And I feel like that's something that you're learning, because in terms of like whatever's going on currently, it's not in your control, and so it says outside forces are driving the situation, and you may not be able to control the outcome. This cycle will shift soon and you will be okay. So there's nothing you can do about the current situation, especially when it comes to other people, except take that opportunity to learn. Take the time to figure out what your next thing is. And I feel like keep freedom in mind. You feel like your gifts aren't wanted or, being used. Well, how can you? How can you, Sag? And I feel like self-employment is something that is really good for Sagittarius. I said what I said. Because we like working on our own. We don't like people telling us what to do. We don't like schedules, and so, I said what I said, Sag. So underneath the deck was the Eight of Swords, the Star, because you're feeling, it's exactly what you're feeling. Like you feel like you have no space to grow, no space to move, right? Ten of Swords, that will end. Six of Pentacles, because there definitely is a new opportunity or a new idea. You could be having a new idea, Sagittarius, right? And you could be receiving help with this idea. So think about, particularly, like, if none of this was, so say, I'm trying to think of the right words. If yes was the answer, Sag, what would it be? What would your dream be if nothing was holding you back? Right? The Empress is here, Sag. My gosh. The Star and the Empress, Sagittarius. Right? So this is really major, actually. Because I feel like you are going to be creating something, Sag. Creating something. And that could be out of an idea that someone else gives you, but it's definitely something that you love. It's definitely something that you're open to. And probably excited about. But you feel at this current space and time that you can't do anything about it. But that is the time, Sagittarius, to put out feelers to see specifically who would be interested in this idea. Who would be interested? Maybe you start talking about it, Sag. Maybe you start talking about it because there is someone here who wants to help. King of Cups, Wheel of Fortune, Page of Swords, and the Page of Pentacles. There's actually someone here who, the King of Cups is someone who's very successful, could own their own business, could be a family member because there's cups involved, but they're also like invested in you, you know. So make sure that when you tell this person this idea that you have all the facts, Sag. Have all the facts before you know. Six of Wands, Nine of Swords, Eight of Wands. So you're definitely going for this, whatever it is. You may really need to put the idea out there. Like, put it out where people can see it so that you can get interest in it. Because with the Six of Wands, it definitely feels, and this is going to be something that maybe puts you in the spotlight in some way. And that, you know, that might feel a little uncomfortable to some. It does. With the Nine of Swords, you're afraid to do it, right? You're afraid to do that, put yourself out there like that. But it's necessary. It's necessary, Sag. So let's take a deeper look, Sagittarius, at these energies. Jeez. So let's put these aside. Sorry, Sag. So I do feel like this, you know, starts with an idea. So let's take a little bit more of a look at this idea, right? And it's funny because I feel like you might be a little iffy about it, you know, even exploring this because, you know, you don't, none of us want to lose stability. But there's something about the new position. Well, this may actually be the idea, you know, and it's telling you need to like learn all you can about it. But we're going to take a look because I feel like this idea might actually be coming from someone else. Because you will be offered a new position or investment opportunity. So let's see this new idea, Sagittarius. Let's do this. What is this new idea? Tell me more about the Page of Cups for Sagittarius. Seven of Wands, you like it. Tell me about this new idea. Three of Swords. You definitely want more information. Tell me about this new idea for Sagittarius. Because it's something creative. Yeah, I feel like you might be iffy about it. And I do definitely feel like I'm going to look at where it's coming from. But here's the thing. It definitely is something you're interested in, but you're also guarded about it. You, like, when the idea is brought to you, you may kind of act indifferent to it. So you're not making any promises because it kind of scares you, Three of Swords. Like, you're not really altogether sure about it. Because I also think it has something to do with maybe this is something you've never done before. But there's something about it that really appeals to you, Sagittarius. Like, it's like your intuition is telling you one thing, but it's also like you want to protect yourself. You don't want to put yourself in a really bad position. So, where is this idea coming from? Where is this idea coming from? Where is this idea coming from? Five of Pentacles. Where's this idea coming from? Yeah, here. It's interesting. Where's this idea coming from? Or who? Who is bringing this idea, Sag? The Hermit. I feel like whoever's bringing this idea to you, I feel like you're iffy about it because I feel like this person doesn't have all the information. So for them, it's just like an idea, right? And it may be something that they just started doing. But it's like it's not proven. Okay, Five of Pentacles with the Knight of Pentacles. It's not proven. This person doesn't seem very grounded in the idea, meaning they don't have all the facts. There's no guarantees here. They're still kind of gathering information, and I also feel like this person may be a little closed mouth about it, but they want you to get involved with it. Five of Wands. Yeah. Ten of Swords. Interesting. Four of Swords. The Fool. And that may actually that may cause some problems. Because there's something here that you and this person can't agree on. And ooh, Ten of Swords. I kind of see a fight here, right? And I feel like this starts off with someone bringing you this idea, right? But they don't have all the information. And that may cause a fight. That may cause problems. And I feel like also this person may involve other people. And that isn't what you want. And so you may wind up, like, I feel like this person asked you to work with them, but that kind of doesn't happen. I feel like you decide not to work with them. You decide to do it yourself. Okay, so, Ace of Swords, the Nine of Swords, the Six of Wands, and the Eight of Wands. Wow. And here's what's interesting. I feel like you you tell this person your concerns. You're very honest with them. And you tell them, I'm going to do this by myself. And you do it. Basically, you do it. And it's hard. It's hard to do it by yourself. For real. For real, it's hard. But wowza, it brings in the Four of Pentacles. And this is a big change for you, right? And it's hard because it's a lot of work. It may seem a little overwhelming at times doing it by yourself. You're very disappointed that it didn't work out with this person because now you've got to do it all yourself. And there's something here that feels like this person gave up on the idea, you know, because they weren't willing to do something. Maybe they weren't willing to get focused and get the information necessary in order to do it. But whatever it is, you decided to do this by yourself. And this is literally changing your life. It is going to be a little overwhelming because of the amount of work, because the 10 of Wands, right? And this is a 10-10. There's 10-10 in here, which means that this is going to literally change your life. And the Four of Pentacles is here. I feel like it's going to be fruitful for you. But, you know, it's a start, right? It's a start with the Four of Pentacles. Oh, my gosh. Wow. What you don't see is how successful this is going to be. Like massive. Massive, Sag. Oh, my gosh. And here's what the other thing that you don't see, Sagittarius, because this person was too scattered. Okay, there was no organization within this person, no solid thought. They would, and I think that's what aggravated you. Like they would be all over the place, right? What you don't see is that you were always going to be more successful at this by yourself. Because you do that. You're the Queen of Swords. You take the time to get the information. You're not in a rush. You're not rushing to do something. Wow. The Chariot, the Moon, the Nine of Wands. Yeah, I feel like this is really going to push you forward, Sag. And the 10 of Cups. Oh my gosh. This is going to really cause a complete turnaround in your life. But it's going to be hard. There's going to be a lot of work, and there's going to be times where you want to give up, where you can't see that this is going to be as successful as it is, Sagittarius. Oh my gosh. Wow. And then what happens is that people do want to join you. People do want to join you, Sag. And this is what you've been waiting for. And like, also, what it's telling you is that you will know the right time to do it. And what's interesting is the star being here, because we're in Aquarius season, Sag. We're in Aquarius season. And don't think that I don't even think that this is stealing someone's idea. I feel like, you know, you just run with it and they gave up on it. So whatever it was, it could already be something that's already out there, but it wasn't really telling me what the idea is, you know. But I feel like you started with someone, but they can't get it together. And they are too, like, I feel like what this person comes and tells you is that they can't do it because they have too much going on. And I feel like you're like, okay, well, I'll do it. And boom. Yeah, and look, there are going to be people to help you. You don't see it yet. But there will be people that will help you here. You know, who want to do it with you. Oh, Queen of Pentacles. 8 of Cups. Hmm. I feel like on some level you're kind of like unhappy that you couldn't do it with this person. But okay, Sag. I mean, what else can I say about that? So pay attention to that. Be listening for that, Sagittarius. I'm not even going to do any advice here. I don't know. I don't really feel like you need it. I don't. So, I hope this happens for you and let me know. Toodles.